Greetings YouTube, Dark Swordsman here, and I am back for more Final Fantasy 16. And we're going to start off by finishing off the side quests that we've got here, and then it'll be back to the hideaway where we'll tackle the large quantity of side quests that we had going on over there as well. And then hopefully once we've got that out of the way we can continue on with the story. I'm not going to lie, I hadn't actually intended for these side quests to take so long. I'd hoped to get through them a bit quicker, but there's just been so goddamn many of them. So it is making it a bit of a challenge to get through them all. But we'll get there.
What I wouldn't give for...
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
Hey up Tuber Chat, welcome to the stream.
When are they going to let us through?
Yeah, I do try to catch as many of your Tuber Chat streams as I can. I know you did one the other day, but Fuzzfinger was also streaming, and well, I always do like to catch my Fuzzfinger streams, so I had to make a bit of a tough choice. It was your stream or his, and since he's only just started streaming again, I chose him. How do I get up there? I'll have to look at the map in a sec. What the hell? Been snuck up on from behind by something.
Better already.
Oh yeah, I did also add you into my channel redirect thing as well, Tuber Chat, so you should be able to do live redirects and channel raiding or whatever you call it. Let's see where we're at. Okay, apparently I've actually gone the wrong way. We actually need to go back the other way. Oh, you shared my stream on Reddit, thank you. getting close to where we need to go, so somewhere around here must be some sort of entrance or hidey hole. A hat. Is this what we're looking for? I'm gonna have to deal with this guy. He's not gonna back off. Chat's just I will catch up on your messages in just a second. I'll deal with this guy in a minute. Up on your messages a sec. Oh, hey up, Dave. Right, okay, Tuber Chats. Right. I thought that was the case. That dragon was screwing me over, that's why I couldn't get up. Because he was interrupting me. Oh my.
I think we found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me.
Good God, they're strong. These are the 30s as well. Surprises me. Yeah, I'm at work tomorrow evening actually, as it happens, Dave. But I hope all goes well for you as well since you're back
Let's
to work.
get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right. So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know what that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them. And earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been
Well,
teaching.
just take it easy and don't
Once
overdo
they
it.
learn to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their
I
necks
realise
on
that's
Bogland.
probably a lot easier said than done in most cases,
I didn't know
but
goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favour. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to
you
the
only have
market
one
once
body,
my
and
work
once
here
you
is done.
mess your body up,
Oh,
that's
and
it. There's no
don't
going back.
mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot of sworn-off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, so with that we can now go back to the village, hand that one in, and then I can see we've got 2 other side quests to go grab. I'm going to grab both of them at once because I feel like they might both be in the same sort of area, so we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Joseph's fine. We'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Okay, so that's that one done. And then the other 2 are over this way. So let's go grab them.
If we're going to do this, we'll need...
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its
Yeah,
own
Holly.
charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless
Or
bearers
should I
remain
say
that
hey
way.
again?
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
How could I
Oh,
refuse?
yeah, that's a point. Well, I
Excellent.
remember. So there will be
Theo,
no more
if you wouldn't mind
Stardew
making
Valley
arrangements
streams
for
for
the
the time being,
transportation of our
folks,
guests, as we
since
discussed.
Holly, bless her,
Leave
she's
everything
lost
with me.
interest in the game.
Sounds like you have your
But what
work
we're
cut
going
out
to
for
look
you.
to do is see if we can find
will.
another game
We have an entire
to
village to stock and furnish.
stream together.
Residents and all.
Obviously, in the meantime, I'll continue co-hosting for Holly on Crisis
So I'd
Core.
better get started.
Obviously, we'll keep
Try
you
to clear the
updated on when
place
we
out before
find
the
something
wagons
that
roll
me and
in,
her
won't
can
you?
both enjoy that
I'll do my
we'll
best.
stream together. But Stardew Valley has been an
You'll find a
absolute
village in
blast.
Church's
It is a bit
Dread,
sad that we
past
couldn't
Leighton's
continue
Cleft.
it.
My man there will open
But
the
obviously,
gate
at
for
the end of the day, I've got to
All right.
respect the fact that Holly
me
just
luck.
lost interest,
I'm
and that
sure
is
you
fair
won't need
enough. You know, it's obviously not her cup of tea, so that's fair play. So that is where we are at with that.
Do you have any fresh water? Tell me, traveller, do the other villages of the realm suffer as ours does, with black clouds above and starving stragglers below? Not so very long ago, moneyed merchants would scatter their coin like seed as they passed through this place. Ah, would that it had taken root.
Well, I will leave the ball in your court on that one,
Now I just need to see
Holly.
about getting the word out. I want to know right away.
Obviously, I'll leave the save file where it is, and
Good, actually.
if you ever want to go back to it, we can do. It's completely up to you, but in the meantime, we can look at exploring other options and possibilities.
If you don't mind me asking. I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats. So I've heard. Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste.
But I felt that I needed to just sort of say something because I didn't want people wondering where the Stardew Valley streams had gone.
I'll give you a little something for your time, of course. Sounds simple enough. So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich.
See, I play a lot of games, but
Land,
that's because I
Butcher,
don't have
and Bullock, a
much
guard over at
else.
the North Gate. Three
At
of
the
the
moment.
finest fellows in Bockland, if you ask me. Tell them to come to
But
the
I
tavern
am
when they finish
exploring
for the
and
day.
trying to
Stop
expand
by again
outwards
when
a
you
bit.
let them know,
It's just
and I'll give
taking a
you
bit
your
of
little
time.
something.
Having
Right
low
back.
income doesn't help either, because so much stuff requires money nowadays, and obviously the cost of everything is going up, so it does make things a bit more difficult. Good
Do you have
God,
any fresh water?
icons all over the place.
The well's been all but dry since the supplies.
Right, this one's nearest, so let's get this one first.
Who needs a porter when they've left to go?
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He
I'm
said there's a couple of
surprised
Gotan
Kevin
66
has any
with your
time
name
to
on it when
really
you're done for the
game,
day.
because he's always doing
66?
3-hour streams quite often,
If he's just got hold of it now,
trying to help us smaller channels out.
He must be a brave
Although I
man
do
to
feel
boast.
like I'm letting him down a
It's a
little bit,
treacherous
because my
route to the
channel
best of
just does
times.
not seem to be
such is the porter's
growing
lot.
that much. I mean,
There's
granted,
not a
yes,
patch of
I've managed to
storm these
claw
feet haven't traipsed across.
maybe 2 or 3 new
It's
subs in, but
horrifying
that's
one day,
about
then
it.
off to
Other than that, I
Canada
don't
the
really
next.
feel like my
The
channel's
farther you're willing to
advanced
go,
that
the
far.
fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself
And I do
a
feel
cup
like
of something
Tuber has put a
tasty.
lot of work
Thanks
into
for
trying
letting
to
me know.
boost my channel. It just seems to be not working, I don't know. But I am very thankful for all he has done for my channel. And I think he does an absolute splendid job with his Tuber Chat streams. You know, giving up his free time to help us smaller channels.
Please.
So a very big thank you to him.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The
All right
innkeeper's just
then,
had a
Holly.
special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup
I'm
of
sure
wine
we'll
after
catch
you
up
pack
again
for the
after I'm done streaming and you're done recording,
He
no
knows me
doubt.
only too well. And I've got a
In
hand
fact,
here that will go
actually, I
handsomely
do
with a
need
nice
to catch up with you because there's some stuff I need help with later on today.
Cloud clearly isn't suffering then.
Just as soon as
Comes with being the place
a certain
everyone has to
friend of
pass
mine
through to
pays
get to
up.
everywhere else. Those who travel the
Because
Crystal Road bring all
once
manner
he's
of goods
paid
with them.
up, I intend to
Get meat
unsuspend
from
the Ark
Sanbreque,
server,
herbs
so I
from
will need
Rosaria.
you to give me a hand
Sometimes
shifting
we
everything
even
over
see
to single
curiosities
player.
from across the Narrow. Or rather we did, till not so long ago.
Otherwise I'm going to be
These are
there
lean times,
forever
and
trying to
even
transfer
Bocklands
everything
and the bustling trading
because
post
we've
that
got
once
so
was.
much stuff.
Still, there's no point dwelling on it. Better to live life while you can, eh? And on that note, it sounds like there's a couple.
And also, actually, now that I think about it, to any people playing Ark Survival Evolved that watch this stream or happen upon it,
You'll buy something.
I know it's already been said in one of the Facebook groups, but I just want to reiterate it. When you're transferring your dinos across the single player, uncryo them and upload them the old-fashioned way, because if you transfer them across in cryopods, they will glitch out. Your dino will be reduced to level 1, and any funky colours that you had, so from the events and all that, they will get erased, and all your dinos will end up back to plain dull, crappy colours. So just bear that in mind.
To me, the gangs that prey on the poor sods, as if they haven't suffered enough.
Hey up, George.
You can't help but wonder what the world's coming to. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine. I swear to you.
Let's see, so we've got... We'll deal with that one in a minute. So we've got one over that side. Actually, if we go hand this one in first, then we can fast travel out to the other one and do that one, and then it's over to the hideaway at last. So this is why I stated in an earlier stream, make sure you're doing your side quests as you go along, otherwise you do end up with a backlog like this. However, this time it wasn't actually my fault as such, because the storyline, the main storyline that is, kept locking me out, because a lot of the side quests that I needed to do were in other areas, and unfortunately the story kept locking out the
It's been a while since we all sat down together.
the other areas until I'd gone past certain points.
How so? Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers.
Yeah,
and Bolek.
I wouldn't normally, George, but it was a piece of information that was urgently needing to get out, because it's quite a bug that I've just made people aware of, and I don't want other players falling into the same bug that I fell into and one other person fell into, because it was someone else that alerted me to it, and I was like, oh, okay, hold on. So I then went on to my game and checked it out for myself to see whether my stuff was doing it, and it did. So it was like, right, a lot of people are going to be transferring their stuff from online to single now, because the official Ark servers are going to be going down in less than a month now. So it was one of those, I need to get this information out quick, because if I don't, other people might fall into it, and I don't want that when I know I can put a stop to it.
Between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the free pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many.
Oh, nice one,
There's
George.
nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay. Never a true word spoken.
Yeah, I haven't seen Red Mario pop up for a while. I believe Fuzz said he was having internet trouble. Hopefully he'll be back with us soon enough, although I know he's not as active as he used to be due to that head injury of his, bless him. Well, I do hope that he's able to get back to some sort of normality eventually. I'm kind of hoping his injury's not permanent. It's one of the reasons why I've held off actually on going through Final Fantasies 1 through to 6, because he was actually going to be my guy. So I can't really... Well, I mean, I could go through without him, but it would just make things slightly more interesting, I suppose. Whereas if I wait for him, I'd obviously have my My little guide giving me a hand. Ooh, sugar.
This must have been a nice place once. And it will be again.
Not mean to go flying down a cliff like that, but luckily full damage is not a thing in this game. I feel like there's going to be a boss at the end of this. I'm going to be dealing with this one pretty much. I think I'll rain fire. I'd say that did the trick and cleared the majority of them out. And that is how we deal with pest control.
That's all of them. Come on, Toggle. Let's head back to Boklad.
Oh, did it? Okay. Right, okay. Well, hopefully he'll be back with us soon enough. Bless him. Right, let's just quickly fast travel back here and hand this one in. And then finally we can, at long last, get back to the hideaway. Though there is still a few side quests at the hideaway to deal with, but I'm sure it won't take too long.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then.
Suspicious.
Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, Now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations.
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the
Currently
end.
in the background.
Well, if you need any help,
Well, okay then, Dave.
you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do. But thank you, all the same.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now. And judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Thea.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Alright then. Okay, so I believe that's... Yep, okay, cool, we're good. That means we can finally head back to the hideaway at last. So I can see we've got 2 quests, no, 3 quests to do. Flippin' heck. Okay, first things first, let's...
Cole said it was an army of a...
How are we supposed to do our duty?
Let's go talk to this guy a sec.
Ghost. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Great, now I have to clean up his mess. Just can't get the staff these days.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you like my hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, But those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
No, okay.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... oh, forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first known day, and there was no hiding his nag.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Flashback time.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me, just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone. I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us.
No. I'm assuming that's sarcasm coming from you, George.
Barely seem to be able to do that.
Since I already know how much you love these cutscenes.
Would you rather go with the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Right then, time to pick off these last couple of side quests. Hopefully they won't take too long. Kind of hoping they're short little errands, but let's find out. You're closest, so let's deal with you first.
Oh, that blasted book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Yvonne had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Yvonne said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Those imps are going to break that
I
thing.
gotta head up this way anyway. I have another quest up here to grab.
Let me help.
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Okay, we're getting there slowly, we're making it.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Yvonne.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Okay, that's that one.
Let me help.
Who's that sulking?
If it's knowledge you seek,
And then the last side quest was this one here. So let's have a quick natter to him.
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goose? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right.
Ah, yeah, I see what you mean, George. And 6 out of 10, that's not bad.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like... Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
She's getting to... Oh. So I'm guessing you've managed to get your remote play working then, Holly, by the sounds of it. But welcome back.
Sid, heard you were in Canberra fetching your men.
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
You'll get us all...
Sid! Out of your studies, I see. Out of your studies, I see. What is that? And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Middledore showed us.
Miss Middledore? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Middledore said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Yeah, fair enough, George.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss
What do
Middledore's
you mean,
scales.
note Polly?
Every piece has its own role
No,
to
you
play.
didn't get your remote play
Each
working,
is just as
or...
important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen
Okay,
one
Holly.
before?
I have.
I hope you manage to
Miss
get
Middledor's
that
dungeon
sorted
is full of them.
soon.
Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round. And...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Middledor's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are you almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Middledore and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
If Amber and the Lazarus had gone.
Then everyone...
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What happened?
Lady Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody potato.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh. Ah, yeah. And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand.
Not afraid of a tongue lashing, eh, Clive? And why are you hesitating?
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day. I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
Oh, goody. Another trip. Just hand this one in and then we can head out.
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
You've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Okay, that's that one out of the way. Oakley, Dokley, think we've cleared everything out of here, so now we just got to go and take a few trips. One of them is over here by the looks of it, and the other one over here. Let's do this one first. Let's see, where are we going?
The bandits may be known.
It shouldn't be too hard to find Goods.
The gentleman of the town guard.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this store he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
So someone's framing
Be
her.
careful, Clive.
You too, Goods.
This is where things get a little bit muddling. I'm gonna have to find the right exit out of town now to get to where I need to go.
The gentleman of the town guard. What a mess.
You fought very bravely. The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Too slow. I was hoping that cutscene was going to be slightly longer. Oh yeah, big baby. Yeah, it's going all right. We're just trying to trim all these side quests down so we can get on with the story. We're almost there.
He'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. Then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone. Before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goose.
Coward am I?
Right now.
I can take your head off if you want. I thought you'd be grateful for me letting you live, you little scrote.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue.
No, I haven't. I only discovered them today, actually. I've not really had a look at it just yet. But to be honest, I'm quite happy with the outfits they're wearing, so I don't think I really will tinker with it too much.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself.
Goops, no. Goops, no.
Enough, all of you!
Karen. But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalimil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You bitch! Everything that happened. It was all your fault. And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me.
Uh-oh.
Gooch, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, that. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
I would not mess with this lady.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Why did you smash your computer, BBJ? What possessed you?
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It's an easy going through life, one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean it.
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind, but that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? Unless we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough.
That's barbaric.
Something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the
You
hideaway.
fell on
You've
it.
attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
God dang. Should be more careful.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Now you're being sadistic, George. Come on, behave. Good God. Right, we're done here. Over to the North Reach and then back to the hideout. Well, I'm glad you got it repaired now, BBJ.
Nothing like a little unrest.
There were ghosts at the gates, not days ago, and now you'd have us believe.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been.
Yeah.
To the meadows, then.
Don't get surrounded. It's over. Let's try. Nobody said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and black flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
Oh, there's one of the creatures I need to kill.
This must be our wyvern. Alright. Let's get this over with. There be light!
That's him dealt with. Ah, okay, BBJ.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
I would say that's what we're looking for. Oops.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better.
Alrighty then, back to the hideaway. So mop up the last little bit and then finally we can actually do some story.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I've noticed you've been giving me a lot of mentions as well with your videos, so thank you,
not
BBJ.
Fit for consumption then.
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet it is the piquant kiss of the Saint's Bonnet that tames this savage dish.
Are you a food connoisseur?
A force of
Sorry,
nature,
connoisseur.
even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
Okay, that's that dealt with. Now we just need to talk to Sharon here and tie up some loose ends, and then we're good to go on the story front, I believe.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goose. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today will cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Right, I think we've cleared everything now. No, it's still saying I've got a green icon. That means... Oh, I know what it will be. I know what it will be. Let me pop up here a second. It will be in here, won't it? Yeah, there it is. A humble request.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Quickly, we'll just quickly get this quest out of the way, and then we can carry on with the story. Shouldn't take more than a few seconds, I would have thought. He's not here. There is he. He must be in here somewhere then. Has to be.
Have you heard the latest from Twinside?
Unless he's upstairs. Hold on. There he is.
My lord Marcus, it is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks.
See, I don't mind side questing and whatnot. Just when you get loads of them all in one go, it sort of weighs me down a little bit. That's why I had to split it a little bit and do some last stream and some this stream.
The realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas, I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalimil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord.
Oh, wonderful. More trekking.
It's not going to be easy finding a man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
The bandits may be no more, but look where they've left us.
Mummy?
The gentlemen of the town guard.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Goddamn bandits again.
And maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
So you're traitors. I love that Mega Flare ability. It always clears out enemies really quick. Even better once I manage to upgrade it.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. You sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's central command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
I mean, technically the money was yours to begin with, so go for it.
Not at all. No. To find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Okay, so where am I going now? Northreach. Okay.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
There he is. Oop.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
Looks like I've got more pest control to deal with. Seems to be all I end up doing nowadays.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Oh yeah, we'll see about that.
Let's try.
Alright then.
Break for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveller.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still...
Right, we'll just go hand this one in, and then finally we can get on with some story, at last.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Oh, we've now hit level 40. Alrighty then. Finally, I think we are clear of all side quests at long last. So we can finally get on with the story. Although I might just take a quick detour to the blacksmith and just see if there's any new weapons that I can craft. Since it has been a while since I last upgraded, I'm just wondering whether there's anything new.
What do you want?
No, it doesn't look like there's anything new at the moment. Okay, onwards with the story then.
If it's knowledge you seek.
Paul said it was an army of a cash.
I might just check the ball as well actually while I'm here, see if anything new's popped up. Ah, we have a couple of new quests that have popped up. Oh, that's Farog. Yeah, I still need to try that one again at some point, but we've got the Pack, Dread Comet, and the Man in Black. Okay, well, I will do some videos for those three at some point very soon, so keep an eye out for those.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items would go to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been Mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Okay.
He's a surly soaker.
Ah, Kuposaur.
Sid, heard you were in Canva fetching your mate.
I was actually wondering about you earlier, wondering when you
Shirley,
reappear.
how can we learn
I
to
hadn't
be
seen
clever
you
like
for a
Miss
little while.
Middledore?
You can start by paying attention during your lessons.
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
What do we have here?
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad, mate.
Something tells me Mid won't be needing
Although you
these.
have come in towards the end of my stream a little bit. Well, I mean, I'm going to go for a little bit longer, so you'll at least get to see some stream. But oh, okay, Holly.
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
I've not had any lunch yet, you see, so I'm just in the middle of trying to sort myself out a sandwich while trying to do this. And unfortunately I'm a typical bloke, I can't multitask properly.
I didn't break it. Well, I
Starfield.
didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
There's a guy I follow on YouTube actually that's been doing a lot of Starfield videos. I don't really know much about the game itself though.
What's wrong with it?
Or what kind of game it is.
Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this.
No, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
Oh, is that the cutscene done, is it? Go.
Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
It started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Right.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
I might have to check Starfield out myself. Maybe pull up some videos. See what it's all about.
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Great, now I've got more optionals popping up again, for crying out loud. Well, you know what, those side quests can wait a minute. We'll do them next time. We've done enough side questing for a moment, let's do some story. After all, it is only like 2 side quests, so it's just not as if we've got a massive build up. Right, okay, George.
Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Aine Yard's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharn?
Only what the bards sing. And he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me?
God damn, there's a lot of them.
Here they come.
Mid needs every moment
take care of these fuckers. Behind you, I'll have you know Earthbreaker here, one stroke clear into the heart of every man in the Twins.
Oh, come on. Oh, give over. Really? You little turds. Don't crowd me.
How are we doing, Midge? I thought you said that ship was fast! Oh? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers! Come on, then! Which of you lot fancies meeting Ogre Killer next? I thought it was called Hard.
Don't let the coffee be cured. We know to pay and I'm standing back going first.
I think I hulked out at the wrong time. Oh, big fella, let's go.
That was easy enough.
Alright, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain? You heard the captain?
Clive?
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Oh, great.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round? Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield?
My boy, there was a time
God
people
damn.
called me the Executioner.
You really want my ass dead.
No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate, new plan! You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Way
Just
anchor!
get moving, for Christ's sake.
Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friends. 'Tis not blood that runs through an every vein. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall. Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a better. Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
Is this all you've got, Odin?
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
In your own time, Clive!
Right, run for it!
That just leaves myself. Wrong controller.
Now, mate!
Alright, engine full ahead! Hold on tight!
Oh,
What do you
crap,
want?
he's got Jill.
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell's Just then treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye, and they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah. You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well, we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
What an interesting fight.
Great God of mercy. All this. What have I done?
My lord.
Looks like everything's locked out again for the moment. So I'm going to keep going until all the areas are unlocked again, and then I'm going to call it quits at that point. But I'll keep going until all the areas are unlocked because I need them unlocked in order to do the hunts.
But any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehenge.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours.
Look alive, boys! Pull ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Do you feel that, Jill?
All hands! Battle stations!
Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. A bond of consciousness which joins them, condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold.
Crud, he's following us.
Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Ah, so I finally getting a rise out of His Highness. That blooming time. Pissed you off enough, have I? Something tells me things are about to get a little bit hectic.
Where did you hide her honors?
Cut him down!
Yeah, Uncle is hilarious. Got a mage with me. Without I'm gonna have to toast him. God damn this thing.
Nice try.
Really, guys? Are we really going to do this? No more medic for you. See a dusty thing down there.
This might take a while.
Bloody war going on right now between our two ships, and you're sat there at a table chowing down. What a bunch of idiots.
Jill!
You came.
Get back!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix, are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
What the hell? Oh, bravo, dear dumbass. Yeah, good one. Summon your horse over an ocean that it can't walk on. Idiot.
In earnest then.
Zantazuken? If that was Zantazuken, it was the lamest version of it I've ever seen. What the... Okay, I retract my statement. Dear God. I think we just lost our entire ship, our entire crew, everything. Or was that his ship that went down?
Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive.
This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation, and thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black, and all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The Blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty. In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. Rise, Mythos. All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the Blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world or our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might. Defend yourself! Nice Johnny. You will assume the mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed.
Oh!
yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
We told you to get out of here.
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us, it unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos. You wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rosfield. They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation? And abandon everything we hold dear?
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
Oh no.
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try.
good.
Don't look back!
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. We need only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. Powerless against him.
Maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so low. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself? I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is.
So that's how he obtained Sheila's powers.
give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive,
that I will be there.
that I will be there,
No matter what you must.
no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
What of Barnabas?
What of Barnabas?
Do we pursue him?
Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course.
Drake's spine.
Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Okay, so it looks like everything's still locked, so we're going to have to progress just a little bit further.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. And to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
So we now have the power of ice.
I should visit Joshua, assuming Talia will allow it.
Right, are we able to move out of here now? Yes, everywhere is unlocked now, thank God for that. Right. I think this is as good a place as any to stop for a break then. And I will be back. I'm going to say I'll be back Thursday, but it depends on whether Fuzz decides to stream. If Fuzz decides to stream Thursday, I'll be back Friday. Unless Fuzz decides to stream Friday as well, in which case I will be... Well, I will still stream on the Friday, but it will be after he's done, so I'll get him to redirect to me. So that's pretty much going to be it. So thank you very much to everyone that stopped by today. And I will see you all next time, where we'll hopefully be continuing the story some more, although we do have a few optional quests to do. And obviously I'll try and spit out those videos for the hunts in the meantime.